What does this one look like? It's not too bad. Yeah. Okay. Happy birthday. What the heck, man? What's going on, people? Let's see this. I keep forgetting not to set it as trying to see this. Set it as members only. I mean not members only, subscribers only. Let's see if there's a way I can still change it. More restrictions. Show more. Altered content. No. It doesn't give me that option. What's going on, people? Welcome in, people. Welcome in. How y'all doing? How's everybody doing? Can you guys hear me okay? Let me know if you guys can hear me okay. This is a split live discussion about the looming airstrike for Air Canada and the stewardess and all the stewards and sorry, the correct term, flight attendants going on strike, and what effect does it have on us as passengers or consumers that use these flights on a regular basis? I know some of you in the U.S. or some of you in other parts of the world it won't really affect, but at the end of the day, when these people go on strike, it affects a lot of things. It affects a lot of people financially as well. A lot of business money is lost, and it's not easy to get that kind of stuff back, guys. All right, so I'm just waiting for a few people to get on here, and then we'll take it from there. Some of the latest updates here: Canada passengers share frustrations after strike leaves them stranded in different parts of the world. Right? Imagine that. You just plan a little vacation and then you get stuck in the middle of nowhere. Let me know if you guys can hear me okay. I'm just testing out this new mic here. See the mic? That's the mic that's connected around my neck. Hopefully it sounds okay. If not, I might have to hook up the other mic, guys. Let me know. Let me know. Welcome in the meantime. This is Reds. Your boy is Red, and this is a trending topic on my end. I'd like to have some discussions with you and see what you guys all think about, when you go on vacation, when you book your vacation, what kind of problems you have to deal with. I don't know if you guys can hear this fan in the background. Maybe I'll just turn it off. Turn it off so you don't hear the feedback from the fan. Let me know what you guys think. If anybody's here, let me see the chat move and then we can get into it. But it seems like it's happening. Imagine that, guys. You plan to go on a trip and all of a sudden, right when you get to the airport, they're talking about a strike and that you can't get your money back. Your money's gone, right? Or at least gone for now. You got to fight to get that money back. And, you booked off your vacations with your family, your kids, schooling, your work time. You booked it off. You made all these plans, all these arrangements. You've already converted your money. You're ready to go. You're packed. And, you get to the airport to find out that it's a strike. I mean, it could be worse. You could be overseas already. And then the strike happens while you're not even in town, right? And then now you're struggling to get back. All the money you thought you brought to enjoy yourself on vacation, now you have to scramble to gather that money again to make sure you can find your way home. But what's weird is one thing I never understood is I guess you already booked the accommodation. So if you're in the hotel, I mean, you're good at least until the strike, until it's time to come back. So if you're down there for 2 weeks and the strike is still happening, I guess you're still okay. But in the back of your mind, you're still thinking to yourself, what if this thing goes past 2 weeks? I'm gonna have to start gathering some money because we have to fly back home. Even though you have a ticket that goes both ways, now you got to pay for another ticket to come back and fight for your money later, right? But the people who are planning to go on vacation and just get disrupted like that, that's a whole nother story, right? That's a whole entire other story because you're here ready to go vacation. You're all happy. Family's expecting you to come home and celebrate whatever wedding, funeral, celebration of life or anything else. Big up yourself, Winston. Welcome for coming in. And you have all these plans set, guys, and you're about to go back home. And you get to the airport. Boom! There's a long lineup of cars. You're wondering what the hell's going on. Why are all these cars here? I mean, there's a lot of cars usually at the airport, but why are they here today like this? Just to find out that they're all on strike. All the airline attendants are on strike, and then you can't go anywhere you need to go. You made all these plans, all these arrangements. You even got somebody to drop you at the airport. Now you're there stuck. You can't get out. You can't leave. You can't fly. Trying to fill out any paperwork or documentation is senseless at this point. Even though they say you're supposed to be there at the airport 3 hours ahead of time, you're there 3 hours ahead of time. But what's the use? You can't even get on a plane. They're on strike. You can't stay at the airport because you don't know how long they're going to be on strike. And you're getting frustrated, super frustrated now because you're sitting at the airport. You can't fly where you're supposed to go. You can't leave the airport because it's so crowded. You're trying to figure a way what to do next. You can't even fight the process, guys. You understand? You can't even fight the process because it's not like you're getting your money back now. It's not like you can argue with the people that and jump on a plane and just fly out anyway. It doesn't work like that. So the impact is pretty great. It's pretty great. And as far as I can see right now, it says Air Canada passengers share frustrations about the strike that leaves them stranded in different parts of the world. So incredible. So it's not just to Jamaica, it's all over the world that these guys are flying to. And because these flight attendants, flight attendant is fighting the process because they want to get paid more for the job they do. And you know what? I fully agree with them. I'm not even going to argue with this one. Pull the fire alarm. Solved. That's the easy way to get out of the airport. It's also the easy way to get those cops on you and boom, causing a disturbance in peace like that. That's crazy. Bruce Wayne, big up yourself. Thanks for coming in, brother. I'm not one to know much about airlines, guys, or about flights because I only go once in a while. But my wife had asked me to actually bring up this topic because she used to be a airline attendant. And when we first met, I was explaining to her. Well, she was explaining to me what she does, and she was one of the head people. I don't remember what the name of the title is, but she was the head stewardess or whatever they call them. And she was telling me the duties she had to do. Sometimes she had to be in work 2 hours early, filling out documentation, making sure everything is in place. She's in charge of the flight attendants, make sure they know their job, make sure they know what they're supposed to be doing, run test over with them to make sure they're passing, all types of stuff before she even started her job. Like I'm talking 2 hours in, she's at the airport already. But come to find out, she told me she didn't get paid until the doors of the plane are closed. That's when she starts getting paid. I'm like, get out of here. You've been at work for 2.5 hours and you're telling me they're going to start paying you after the doors closed? Wow, incredible. And it wasn't like the greatest pay of all. You understand what I'm saying? It was good income, but it's not something that you would say is, lucrative. Right? I mean, you could do better. She's much smarter than that. She can get a lot more. And then she said, "Yeah, I know, but the problem is we get to go here and we get to go there and trips here and trips there." Okay, fair enough. You get to travel and you get to go to different places and spend a couple overnight places here and there. But when you get there, you get a small allowance to spend. Guys, but more times where they're staying is nowhere near some place where they can actually spend the money, right? And if they do spend the money, then this is not near enough for what they gave them to use as a overnight stay type money to spend. You understand? And more times she ends up digging in her own pocket just to get food or just to accommodate herself while she's in whatever hotel. So I said to her, you know what? That's not worth your time. People are making more money than that. They're working in places like I don't even want to mention names because it almost sounds insulting, right? But she's smarter than that. And she said she loved the job. She loved it. She loved the flight. She loved the people. She loved meeting new people. And the flights and all that stuff is awesome. Per diem, yes. Thank you very much. Thank you, Wayne. I appreciate that. See, that's why I don't fly much, brother. Big up yourself, Wayne. And we had to had a sit down discussion. I'm like, listen, look at you. You're a woman. You're coming in here like 3:30 in the morning, 4 in the morning. And at the time she wasn't driving, she's taking the bus. Hey Simone, how you doing? Taking a bus all middle of the night. I'm like, I don't know. I don't feel safe about this. And this was when we first met. I don't feel good about this. And so eventually we got another vehicle and she was driving back and forth. But even then I still didn't feel comfortable because I just find that you're there 2 hours ahead of time. You're doing all these codes to make sure everything is up to par. You're making sure your staff is ready and prepared for anything, and you're doing all this kind of stuff before you even get paid. To me, as soon as you walk through those doors, they should be paying you, right? Honestly, they should be paying you as soon as you walk through those airline doors and swipe your card. That's what they should be paying you. Private sector is good money, but these guys aren't getting paid anywhere near they should, Wayne. Honestly. I was so disappointed when she told me what kind of money she was making and how much time she was putting in, and it didn't make any sense to me. So I said, you know what? Between me and you, I don't think this job is worth it. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm not asking you to quit your job. I'm not asking you to do anything. I need you to just look at this situation. You go to work 2 hours early. You're sitting in there filing paperwork, doing all types of codes that you got to follow to make sure your team is up to par before the flight takes off. And then finally, after the 2 hours, you're going in the plane, you're filling up the plane, you're doing all these little tests and you're doing the little math thing, you're explaining people what's going to happen, blah, blah, blah. And then boom, when everybody's seated and the passenger and the airline's pilot says it's time to go, it's time to go. As soon as they close the door is when she starts getting paid. I have the equation. Talk to me, Bruce. You're always welcome to come up here. I would love to hear your opinion. And I don't care how raw it is. And she'd asked me to just do this just to put it out there. I have another friend on here that does flights. They'll do that. She flies a lot. I was hoping I would get hold of her in time, but I missed it. I missed the appointment. I didn't get a chance to really touch base with her in the first place, so I don't blame her. But the thing is, guys, it is so expensive right now to fly. It's so expensive to go anywhere. The fuel costs have gone through the roof, and since COVID, nothing has come back down. Everything is only going up, right? And it just stays up. There's no coming back down no more. So just to take a simple little vacation now is it's like a small little fortune just for a couple of weeks or a week or two if you're lucky. So when these uh, airline attendants go on strike, David, big up yourself, welcome in. When these airline attendants go on strike, it impacts a lot of people, a lot of people. Like right now, the airports are blocked up all the way up. All these people had plans to go visit family members for weddings, funerals, get-togethers. or just to spend the summer with them. Now it's just been thrown out the window. I would be so frustrated. I don't know about how any of you feel, but I would be so frustrated because all year you're planning to do this. Some people like to book their vacations ahead of time, like we do. We do it about a year in advance just to try to save a little bit of money. The equation helps sort out annual income, blah, blah, blah. Bruce, come up here and talk to me in your science, man. Hey, I've done 876 hours a year. You guys better read this for yourself. Presents I come per hour, do the bills the same way, and find I love it for the job, works or not. Wayne, I'm not a scientist. You could throw this equation at me all day. I'm not really sure what it means, but I would love to have you up here just to explain it. The equation helps sort out annual income, AI, eight divided by 8760 hours in a year. XXX represents income per hour. Do the bills the same way and find out if you love the job or works or not. Yes, okay, I understand. So it doesn't work. It didn't work a lot. Not for the money she was making. Uh, Absolutely not. For the amount of time that she put in, she wasn't getting paid for what she deserved. And here's the thing, she's been with a few different airlines, and some of them have actually folded. And you know what happens when an airline folds when you're overseas, guys? You're stuck over there, and there's no way to come back home. You have to find your own way home. And when she told me that part, I'm like, this is getting worse. This is getting worse. You know what? You're my wife and stuff like that, but I think you can do better, right? Honestly. And it's just as she decided to call it quits after a while, and we had a child, and she realized that she enjoyed having the child more, and then being around for the child more. The flight attendant thing started to go out the window, right? Because she realized there's something more valuable here at home than being able to travel for free every now and then to these same locations over and over, right? She wasn't doing international flights. It was just in the US, Mexico, Jamaica, Vancouver, stuff like that. You know what I mean? So she enjoyed all that stuff, and she showed me many pictures of how many times she had fun. But there's many times she told me she was when they dropped off her at a location like Punta Cana or whatever. Some of the hotels that they're sent to are very shady and dark, and didn't feel safe. And it couldn't get any worse. Just keep throwing this stuff at me. Why don't you? Right? Why don't you? And like all this information she's throwing at me, and I'm thinking to myself, wow, is this job really worth it? Right? Is it worth flying to places that you never know if the airlines will fold and you can't come back home? Do you know if these places are safe being a woman? And it's not like they paired you up with another flight attendant. You had your own rooms, your own place to stay. Um, you know, the little money they give you to play around with is not enough to really say, I can go have a good time or enjoy it with some of the other attendants. So at the end of the day, I said to myself, listen, woman. I said, listen, woman, what do you want to do? I support you in whatever way you want to do, but I don't see this as a good path for you, honestly, because it's not like you're a 26-year-old and you don't have any kids or you don't have any, you just want to travel and stuff like that. I can understand that. You're young, you want to do whatever, you have no obligations, then the flight attendant is probably for you because you'll get a lot of experience out of flying and getting to meet people, right? But honestly, between me and you, I don't think this is a good job. I'm here digging myself. I'm here bigging up myself, Reds. Reds Room told me to do it. Big up yourself, David Hunt. Blessings. Thanks for passing through. Say 1967 for it, saying hello. How you doing today? Wayne is saying what's up. Like done. Simone David, blessings. And you guys are going to continue to say blessings. Move to Texas, sir. Maybe that's what I got to do, Dave. Maybe that's what I got to do, Wayne. She works for Spirit Airlines. No, she works for Air Canada, Air Canada Airlines. But Air Canada flies international, so it's all over the world. I like Spirit. They got the big seat. I've never been in a big seat, dude. Every plane seat I've ever been in has been tiny, and it's been hard on my butt. And imagine I'm only flying for 5 hours, 4 hours, 4 or 5 hours max. Some people are flying for like 18 hours. I don't know how they do it. I honestly don't know how somebody can sit in a plane for 18 hours straight. That's kind of crazy. Bruce Wayne, big up yourself, says David Hunt. Rahila, Fashion and Vlogs, welcome in. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate the support. I don't know if I gave you a jacket already. Did I give you a jacket? Hold on. Let me check. Yes, I did give you a jacket. I'm just behind on the chat. I don't know. I just wanted to know if you guys had any input on this stuff. You guys like flying? Have any of you ever been in a situation where your flight was canceled for whatever strike reasons, for any type of strike at all? And how frustrating could this really be for you? Simone TV, thanks for the welcome. Yes, big up David Hunt as well. You guys are all have jackets, so feel free to connect with each other while we're in here, and we'll just continue to push it and move on. David, king of himself. Okra. Honestly, guys, you know, these flights aren't cheap anymore. The hotel reservations aren't cheap. The whole accommodations aren't cheap anymore. Um, just to fly somewhere now, you're talking 6, 7 grand minimum, right? Just for a week, minimum. And you're thinking now you get there, all that money is seized up, froze up. You can't fly, you can't do anything. And now you're sweating. You know, your family's expecting you at the airport. They don't know what's going on. Now you're scrambling to make these calls before you can even go back home. Just to tell them, the flight's canceled. We can't do anything. They're on strike. And who knows when you're going to be able to get this time off. Some people are lucky. They can easily maneuver around their workplace and say, yeah, well, it didn't work out. I can take it off when the strike is over. Not everybody has that option, right? Because you're talking daycares, can't switch it up. Schools, you can't just keep switching it up. Obligations to work, like certain things we have to do, you can't just switch it up. Now, the whole thing that you've planned for this whole entire year has gone out the window, right? And you're going to say, well, they get paid enough. Why are they striking? They're making us all suffer. They should go back to work. Guys, it doesn't work like that, right? These are unionized jobs. They fight for them. They fight for them to get more money. They fight for them to, you know, earn better wages in a sense and get a better positioning in their jobs. So I understand. I do because I didn't like what my wife was doing, and honestly, I didn't. I didn't stop her. I didn't. I only asked her to reevaluate the job, and she did. And after a while, she found out that it wasn't worth her time. She makes way more money now doing what she does, and she doesn't have to worry about passengers or worry about plane crashes or worry about filling out all this information that the airline's going to end up and turn around and blame it on her if anything goes wrong, right? With all that kind of information, all that kind of pressure, and if something goes wrong, well, why didn't the plane leave on time? She used to tell me if the plane even leaves a minute late, she would get ragged on, right? You can't, everything is pure time, right? People are supposed to get to their destination at a certain time. The plane's supposed to close at a certain time. All checks have to be done at a certain time. And, it just seems, to me, it seems kind of crazy. What do you guys think? I hope I didn't lose the chat again. This thing has a way of just disappearing at times. See, it just did. Chat disappeared. Just get back. Anybody's free to come up, Simone. Anybody's free to come up. The link is there. They didn't even find a dank strapped to my marbles. Yes. Bruce Wayne is always in here doing his thing. And that's why I love this brother. I swear to God, David, if you don't know Bruce, you got to get to know him, man. That's my brother from another mother and another color. Oh, I love this guy. Hotels are ridiculous. Absolutely. I've been delayed in Jamaica for 5 hours, said Simone. That's crazy. I got popped on a security check once and missed my flight. I lost my cool. No way. No way. You see, and you missed your flight. So how does that work, guys? I'm curious. What happens when you miss a flight? Do you lose that ticket money that you put down? I, I got to ask the question because I honestly don't know. Riri, welcome in. I was lost in the chat. The chat was frozen, guys. Sorry. Big seat. It's like 1.5 seats and it's comfy. I'm 6'1", 220. I need leg space, and all that is not in first class. It's only in economy though. Yeah, I don't like the small seats either, man. I get all paranoid and stuff. Try BA for 10 hour nightmare. No, I can't do that. I can't. Then the most I ever flow for is 5 hours. And even that was a problem. Oh, I'll stand up for her anytime. And the thing is, I just wanted her to think about what she was doing because I didn't see it as fair. You understand what I'm saying? I didn't see it as fair for the money that she was making. Bruce Wayne, thanks for the donation. Can somebody type in sticker in the chat for me, please? I'd appreciate it. Just type sticker, show Bruce Wayne that he's off the ninja list. What's the longest you guys have ever been delayed for a plane? I'm just curious to know. Simone said 4 hours, I think. Oh, I almost got you this morning, David. I know. I'm going to keep trying. You're going to slip up one day. You will say King of Okra. I promise you. Bruce, I have a plan for you. We need to get David at some point to say, I am the King of Okra. Oh, man. Simone says 5 hours delay. Imagine that. Hotels are ridiculous. Yes, of course they are. Reds go goes live. Okay, yeah, I got that. Thanks, Nightbot. Who's going up, bro? Anybody's welcome up. All they got to do is go to the my post, and there's a link there that you can just click and come up. I got one plane once, and we sat on the tarmac for an hour, and then I had to fly from Boston from a layover to JFK, New York City. Next morning, I had to spend the night at the airport. Yo, that's a nightmare. That's a nightmare, David. I'm sorry. I don't know if I can handle that. Bruce Wayne says he's snatching crowns. Thank you, Bruce Wayne. I appreciate it, brother. That's what it is. The crown game is on. You know what it is. They juggled me around and got me on the next flight 7 hours later. So you mean to tell me you missed your plane because of whatever happened, and then 7 hours later, while you're still sitting in the airport, they gave you another plane? Wow, guys, I would be so mad. I don't know. I would be so upset. Bruce, um, I'll fight with you for the crown on Friday. I always get refundable tickets and the trip insurance as well. Okay, that's good stuff to know. Is there a delay on getting your refunds? Thanks, David. Type in sticker. I appreciate that. That means Wayne is off the ninjas list. Wayne, you're good to go. Friday, there could only be one crown. Bruce, I'll be waiting for you here. Trust me, says Simone TV. All right, I am a ninja. Come, Bruce. Thank you for bringing out the elite ninjas. Let everybody know where you stand. Oh, she brought out the pink ninjas. Six of them. She brought out six pink ninjas for your one elite ninja. Friday should be crazy. LC Knight, welcome in. Mashiano, big up yourself. Yes, guys. LC Knight, thumbs up. Simone TV, welcome. Blessings, blessings. Guys, so Simone says 5 hours delay. Wayne says 7 hours delay. Overnight for David Hunt. That's kind of crazy. I when I sit in the airport for more than an hour, I already start fidgeting. When I sit on a plane for more than 4 hours, I'm already nervous. I don't like it. Right? It's red, sis. I don't know what that means because I'm black, but I'm red. They call me Reds. But honestly, so the kind of money that these airline attendants make, I find it could be a little bit more. I find it's fair what they're fighting for. I find that they can get more for what they put in, but they have to lay down the law. It's either you get paid a salary that covers the 2 hours that you're there early and the 2 hours that you leave after, or you just raise their rate. They don't raise their rate. That's what it is. Simone, I
You
got Simone
hear?
coming up, guys. Simone, you could hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Let me first apologize. I'm gonna have my camera off because I wasn't planning to do this, and you're gonna hear a lot of noise in my background. But I just thought let me come up here and sit with you here for a minute.
No,
Is
no,
that
no
all
problem.
right? It's gonna be a bit
But
noisy, but I'll drop down back quick so
no, that's
it's not
perfectly fine.
disturbing you too much.
That's perfectly fine. I'm just trying to figure out how I can set this mic up so it's not. Can you guys hear her talking on the speaker as well? Let me know in the chat because I don't have
Hi
it set up.
guys, can you hear me?
You're not echoing. I hear her perfectly. I just want to make sure you're not echoing. This accent. This accent. Come here, Simone.
Bruce,
That's my boy Bruce,
Bruce,
man. I'm telling you, that's my boy right there.
Bruce,
He doesn't play
listen.
around.
I'll be ready for you on Friday, Bruce. Today, I just want to be friends with you, but Friday, yeah, I'll meet you here on Friday, Bruce.
Yes, Elsie says loud and clear. So, Simone, while you're up here, tell me something. Tell me something about a bad flight. Tell me something about what really turned you off, and it's crazy like that.
Okay, so most of the times that I'm flying is because to get to anywhere from here it's long. I don't, unless you're going to like somewhere in Europe, and even that sometimes is bad as well.
Yeah,
but I mostly fly on British Airways. And goodness me, every single year, I don't fly every year,
yeah.
but every time that I fly, it's like the leg room gets a bit smaller. The and it's not me getting bigger, I promise you, because
Are you
everybody.
sure about that? Because I find the same way. Maybe I'm just getting bigger and I just can't fit in these seats anymore, man. But
No,
the,
but everybody, it's ridiculous, bro. Do you know that when the last time I flew, like about a couple of months ago, like about 6 months ago, the hair hostess have to come to the lady in front and just ask her, like, can you just be human? This lady's sitting here with a baby, she's eating, and you've reclined your chair. I'm telling you, her
oh,
chair was on my lap.
oh,
And
let's not
I
talk
was
about that
saying
one.
to her, can you pull it up? And she's like, oh, you've got the chance to do yours if you want. If you don't want to do it, it's not my problem, you
Yeah,
know? And
ignorant.
it's because it's economy, of course, but even the business class, because you do have to pass through the business class to go down to the back anyway, but it's almost like the same. It's horrible. I don't like it. And it's mostly 10 hours, and I
That's
had such a bad experience the last time I went to Jamaica, because I was traveling with my baby girl, and she's autistic.
yes.
And my flight was, I said 5 hours, but after 5 hours there was an extra 2 hours. It was actually 7 hours. And they just sent me a message. I didn't even see the message. My husband stayed here in England and called me that my flight is delayed, because when he
Wow.
called me, I said to him that I'm making my way to the airport, and he's like, no, 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 it's too early because they had a storm here and the flight is delayed. I said, I didn't know that. And then I got an email saying that it's delayed for 5 hours. and
5 hours.
and
Crazy.
bro, when I went to the airport, they gave me a voucher for me and my daughter to go to Island Grill. When I went to Island Grill, the voucher couldn't buy the food. I had to put extra money from my card. It was like about £10 on the voucher.
So they basically just made a mockery of you. That's
I
crazy.
know. And we were just sitting there in the airport. It was so cold, and it was just so, that
Uncomfortable.
weird airport music. The chairs were so hot. And I sat there for 5 hours. And they were supposed to have these people that come and like use a wheelchair to take my daughter to the plane.
Yes.
And they said to me that I'm not allowed to push it myself, so that the assistant have to do it.
Yeah,
And
probably just for liability reasons.
exactly, which I understood, so I left it. And everybody was going. I was like, is I know that we were supposed to go in first, but you know what? Because we were delayed for so long, and it was frustrating because it was like about 3 a.m. in the morning. Everybody
Yes.
started rushing to the plane. No one was following no procedures, no nothing at all.
Yeah.
Everybody, and they left me there, and I was so stranded.
Oh my God. Oh
I
my
just,
God.
oh my God, I almost started crying. And then I start thinking, oh, it's because my husband's not here. I know, because I become vulnerable now because I'm with my daughter. And even the staff were getting a bit upset because they were like, I have to come back here tomorrow morning. I have to come back to work. It doesn't matter if the flight is delayed or whatever. They
Yeah.
have to come back to work like about 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, which I understood. But boy, I tell you, it was bad. It was a horrible experience. Very
And
horrible.
the fact that they didn't follow procedure, and like you said, they call out who goes on the plane first. It's that is a fault of their own. It has nothing to do with you. They should have still followed the protocol, simply because there's a reasoning behind what they do when they let certain people on the plane first. To allow anybody just to come in
Exactly.
and rush in is just that's just wrong in so many ways.
It is
Bruce Wayne
wrong in so many ways.
Bruce Wayne says, "Lord save me. I could listen to Simone talk all day, and these British girls don't play."
Bruce Wayne.
This
Bruce
TikTok
Wayne, I'm
girl.
not
Big
British,
up
I'm
yourself. Welcome in, this big
Jamaican.
TikTok girl. David says, I love the accent, Simone. And have you ever thought of doing a voiceover? Simone, how about you read these shots? Because these guys are coming for you.
I'm
Island
Jamaican,
Grill.
guys. I'm a Jamaican girl. I'm a
Island Grill.
Jamaican girl.
Not an island girl. Wow. Yeah, she's Jamaican. David,
Yes,
huh?
absolutely. It was Island Grill. And I don't know, when you go there, the staff was so rude. Like everybody had an
Well, excuse me,
attitude.
excuse me for being dumb. What is Island Grill? Is like a restaurant, West Indian restaurant.
It's yeah, I think so. It is, yeah.
Okay.
It's they do like I don't know. I don't remember what I got from there.
It wasn't enough to pay for anything, so why would you remember?
Don't remember because I wouldn't have like gotten any food because in those situations you don't want to like sit and eat comfortably because you don't even know what's going on and you're going on a plane for another 10 hours and then
Fast food.
you don't know what's going on, what caused the plane to be delayed. So I think I eventually did just get some juice and maybe some cookies for my daughter
Yeah, because there's not much you can do, and if
afterwards.
you're lucky, if you get your seat when you get back, because everybody's all standing around waiting to see what's going on.
Exactly. And you know how you were saying before about it being a reason why they let certain people on first. There, I'm not being like, I'm not just as how earlier you were saying you're not going to make mentions because sometimes people think that you're discriminating, but
Yeah.
some people are not as diverse as they should be, and some people do not understand disability.
Yes.
And my daughter being autistic is a disability and
Of course.
she is not able to sit for 7 hours in a strange place with nothing to entertain her. You know, by then your battery will be dead. There
Simone,
everybody using the
maybe
chargers.
maybe I'm autistic too because I can't do more than 5 hours. Okay. Honestly, 5 hours is more than enough. The flight to Vancouver, the flight to Jamaica, that's I couldn't do any more than that. And the fact that you guys are doing 8 hour flights, 10 hour flights, I my hat's off to you. I can't do it, honestly.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. And then you know how you were
Greetings,
saying
CC. Welcome
about
in.
the Hi TLC, thank you for joining. You know how you were saying about the flight attendants. You
Yes.
know, you see like that now when that plane was delayed, and especially like it depends where the plane is coming from because sometimes you have like some aggressive flyers, I'm telling you, and they will start, acting up on those flight attendants and start, behaving as if it was their fault and treat them some kind of a way, you know how I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't like that
So
stuff either.
I don't like it. I don't and everybody was just, just in a mood and just upset and angry and
And they're supposed to be going on vacation, right?
exactly. I think it was because we were actually coming back. We
Oh,
were
okay, okay.
imagine
But
imagine a plane.
nobody should tolerate being yelled at in their workplace and freaked out when it has nothing to do with them.
I don't
Uh,
like it.
right, the attendants only make sure everybody's seated, make sure everybody's fed, and make sure they know the guidelines of the plane. That's all they're supposed to know. The plane being late has nothing to do with the attendants, right? So, um,
Nothing.
and what I was talking about earlier, I was wondering if you've ever come across any situation where the plane where you've been in a strike situation. Not so much a plane delayed because of weather or storms. Have you guys ever been in a situation where you're about to go on vacation and boom, a strike hit you? Welcome in,
No.
TC. TC did 8 to 10 hours constantly. That's crazy. David says he did. What did David say? Let's see. My longest flight was from Boston to Germany, 8 hours.
Wow.
And the longest you've been on a flight, Simone, is 5 hours?
No, I think 10.5 hours. It takes about 10
Constantly.
hours from here
No
to go to
layovers or nothing,
Jamaica.
just a straight flight.
Just straight, yeah.
That's crazy.
Sitting on the plane for all those hours.
I don't know how you do it, but I honestly think that these flight attendants deserve more money. I think they deserve a little bit more credit for what they do. Um, I don't even know how Misha managed to get those people in to get her son and her daughter into the cockpit because down here that would never happen, right?
Oh, they do it a lot on British Airways as
Oh, they
well.
would they would never do it down here ever. You'd be lucky if if you can even get anywhere near that cockpit. But that's why I was amazed when I saw her bring her son in her and the pilot was allowing them to do whatever and just, that to me that was mind blowing. And I showed my wife. I go, yeah, no way. My wife said, no way, that can never happen here. So
I don't know.
that's
Maybe it's because honestly,
maybe
like
it's because you're
some
British.
countries have a suing kind of culture where they will sue you for this and they will sue you for that. But even when we landed here, there were lots of people, and there was a little baby as well that they
Yeah,
took to meet the pilot. It was so cute. We were just standing there looking, and the pilot was just sitting there and taking pictures with the babies. I could take my daughter as well to go meet them, but by that time I was so tired I didn't even look. I just
that's
walked past, but I've experienced it more than once where people got to meet the pilot and kids get to go in the cockpit and see the controls and
wow.
stuff.
My son would love that, but they won't allow that here at all, as far as I know. It's like strictly against regulations.
Is it?
Strictly.
Oh wow, I've seen it more than once. Maybe it's the airline.
Yeah, it's possible. But everything's here automated now, so you don't even have to do anything anymore. Just go there. You don't even have to talk to anybody. Everything is just put your scan here, scan this, take a picture here, scan that, weigh this, put this label on yourself, put it in here. Like there's nobody there to help you anymore. Everything is done automatically now.
Yeah, it's as I was saying before, it's like is the technology and how diverse people get, because when I go to Jamaica, they still physically like when my husband said to me, like, when you're going to Jamaica, right, use your Jamaican passport when you get to the airport. So when I got to the airport, like I put out my British passport and like take my Jamaican passport out. The lady said to me, "No, you can't use this passport, ma'am. You have to use the one that you flew in on."
Absolutely. What kind of criminal ways are you moving, man?
I was trying to skip the queue and everything. So you have to wait in line, you have to be physically searched. But when I got here, just as you said, just scan and came through, and that's it.
Yeah,
I didn't
you get
have to
lucky
do nothing.
sometimes. David Hunt says it took 25 hours one time from Trinidad to Hartford, Connecticut, but we had three layovers. He was
Oh,
trying to be cheap, not doing that again. Yeah, you know what? When I was on the last time I was on vacation, not this one, we met a couple that was from I think it was from Texas, if I'm not mistaken, and they say they do this all the time. They fly to Jamaica like 3 times a year, but they do it on layovers. Like they wait for tickets to drop or for some. I can't remember exactly what they said, but tickets fall and people don't make it and they get last minute flights on and they'll sit there and wait for the call to come in and then they'll drive to the airport and then fly from one destination to another. It's kind of crazy because I'm like, what kind of time do you have on your hand to sit there and wait for a flight not to be filled for you to take that seat? And I'm guessing you must be retirees or something. There's no way any regular person could just sit there with all that time on their hands waiting for a plane to fly and waiting for somebody to call in and say they're not going to be able to make the flight. Because I know these planes don't like to leave with empty seats.
yeah, it's true. It's true. But I couldn't do that. And that has to be people without, honestly, just, I don't know, just me, I don't know, just the anxiety in me wouldn't let me do that.
Yeah,
I have to
but people
plan
do
my
do it.
vacation in advance.
Yeah, you know what, Simone? When we plan ours in a year in advance, every single time we plan ours a year in advance. But imagine this now: you plan it a year in advance. You're ready to go. You tell your family you're coming down. Everything is set. You get to the airport and you realize there's a strike, right? So it's not even about the flight anymore, or even about the strike. You're thinking about is my family's waiting for me. This is ruined. That's ruined. I can't get these days off again. My kids are going back to school at this time. This whole thing is ruined, like completely. You know what I mean? It's completely destroyed your hope of everything that you plan. And then not on top of that, now you got to fight back for the little money that you have if they're planning to give it back at all. You understand?
Yeah, I think you just had Riri's here for a while now. Sister Bless Life and Fluffy Diva has just joined us.
Welcome in, ladies. Big up yourself, Fluffy Diva, Riri, and Blessed Life Journey. Big up yourself. Thank you guys. I appreciate it for coming in. So the topic is we're trying to
Yes.
figure out: do you guys have you guys ever come across any situation where you feel I like to say the right words. The flight attendants have been rude or out of order, or out of place towards you. Have you ever come across any of those issues?
You're asking me directly or you're asking the chat?
Well, directly, and if the chat wants to answer, they can also answer as well. You're up here live, so you'd be the
Yeah.
first to be able to respond.
Yeah, and I want to also remind everybody that is listening that anyone who wants to join, I can come down if you have a story, because I haven't got much stories surrounding this strike thing or anything like that. So,
Yeah,
guys, it's open, and it's something worth discussing as well. It's not just like we're idling or anything like that. It's not idle discussion; it's a serious discussion. So, just indicate in the chat if you want to come up here, and I'll come down, and you can come up.
yes,
And
absolutely.
yeah, so regarding what you were asking, before you say that, the strike situation, a lot
Yeah,
of time people look at the actual people who are striking to be the bad people, but striking is always a last resort.
of
They
course it
always
is.
have to like maybe go to their union or their representatives or to their supervisors, their managers, and raise concerns or something about the whatever they're experiencing.
Yeah,
And
work
then
conditions or whatever. Yep,
and then it is the responsibility of the managers or whoever the employers are to do something about it. And if they've been raising their concerns and nothing is being done, then that's when a strike come in. So it's like it's a last resort kind of thing. So people shouldn't even look at those who are striking to put the blame on them or to feel bad that, oh, it's because the flight attendants are striking or this, or they're causing these major problems and interruptions for other people, or they're heartless or anything like that. People
absolutely.
always
You
look
can't
at
blame
the
you can't blame them at all. It's not their fault.
yeah, and a lot of people will look at them instead of looking at the bigger head. Sometimes even over the managers, and look to the shareholders and the owners of the companies. Because usually they are the ones that are like gridlock. Like, I'm not spending any more money this year, and that's it. Because they don't want to be out of pocket, but they don't mind us being out of pocket. You know.
Meanwhile they're taking home a hell of a salary that you'll never see in your lifetime.
Exactly, exactly. So, I feel for those who have to resort to striking, and I know that like we experienced a massive strike in the UK recently with the NHS, and it
Okay.
was so bad because that's a sensitive area because people's health are on the line there. But
Yes.
a lot of people were having a go at those who were striking, but it's the actual organization that we should,
Be
look
targeting.
at,
Absolutely. Yep.
and targeting. So I think it's the same thing with the airline, and I think that the air hostess or the flight attendants, however they call them, I think they've got a right to strike. They put up with a lot, and they put their lives in danger. You
Every
know,
single flight. Every single flight.
every single. Imagine going to work every single day in danger zone. You know
Yes. Yes.
it's not easy, and I know they don't get paid that much. And I know some airlines have them wearing like these uncomfortable clothing and high heels and those kind of fancy things
Prepare for turbulence.
for, for hours. Imagine you're working, you're in these close fitted clothes. You still have to be serving, be on your feet, be in this little heel, be dressing so formal.
And you see the
And
little corner that they sit in, that little spot that they sit in. It's not like your seats
yeah.
where you're comfortable.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. So, they don't appreciate them much. And Good Vibes K has joined you. Let's Talk has joined you.
Yes, I see. I was actually gonna read some of the comments just now, but I appreciate you for coming up, Simone. I really do, and telling
Yeah.
us your story. I really do. But 4 hours is max. 5 hours is max for me. You did 8 hours, 10 hours. I'm amazed. All right, but thank you for stopping up, Simone. It's always a pleasure to have you up here, and I really appreciate your input on this topic.
Okay, my lovely. Take care, and I'll see you around. I'll see you on Friday, Bruce. I'm telling you now, Bruce, I'm waiting for you, right? I'm waiting for you here. I'll be the first one on this live on Friday, and it's going down. It's
Bruce is a
Total.
challenge. It's a challenge. It's a war zone. It's a war zone. Thank you very much, Simone. Let me get to some of
Thank
these
you, bro.
chats. You're
Blessings,
blessed.
everyone.
Bless up. Blessed life journey. Reds, bro. Simone's blessing. She says. Fluffy says, blessed. Fluffy. David's hailing up David as well. Let's talk. TV says, I just came back from Panama. It took 24 hours. Flew from Panama to Houston, 3 hours layover, then flew from Houston to London, then 2 hours drive to my home. Oh my God. Let's talk. You're killing me. It took me a lot just to read that. And I can only, as I'm reading it, I'm thinking in the back of my head, this is nuts. This is nuts. And when did that I'm done. I'm done. Are you free to come up? Let's talk TV. Are you free to come up and hit the chat and come up here and explain some of this stuff that's happening on the screen that's blowing my mind? Because that is crazy. That's crazy. Elsie Knight, born, big up yourself. Blessing up, blessed life journey, and journey is blessing you up as well. Good vibes, K in the building, prepping. Where you peeping at? 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 I see you peeping. I see you peeping. Where you peeping at? Good vibes, K is in the building. There's no direct flight to the UK to Panama. Fluffy Diva storing up the Elite Ninjas. Blessings to all watching, especially host Reds and Simone. Thank you very much. Good vibes. K. Fluffy Diva, my daughter needs to come home. Air Canada attendance home. Please go back to work. Oh, that's right. She's stuck. She's stuck down here still. Fluffy? Oh my gosh. Because it says the strike right now is Air Canada strike to continue and defying orders of let's see, in defiance of orders, defending their rights, the flight attendants' rights. So that's kind of crazy. Elsie is saying, "What's up, David?" TC blessing, good vibes. K says, "TC 24 hours. Oh my God, I know, right, Simone? Isn't that crazy? That's crazy." Blessings to you, TC. It actually took 22 hours for that trip. It took 8 hours in Germany, then 8 hours on a layover, and then 6 hours in Egypt. Guys, what are you doing with yourself for that time? And oh, what do you do with yourself in that time? Yes. Oh, you can come up. You don't have to be on camera, brother. You know what it is, or female. I'm not sure who you are. Let's talk TV. There's no pressure. You don't have to be on camera. Absolutely not. We just want to hear your opinion, hear your say. Because it's always good to listen to what other people have to say. Simone TV. Let's go to the post and Red's channel for the link. Fluffy TV. Hello. Hello. David starting already. Fluffy Diva TV. LC Knight. Born again. Hello. Hello, my lovely anti okra people. How do you know they're anti okra, David? LC loves okra, and Fluffy loves okra. So they're not anti okra. They are crusader okra. Yes, please come up indeed. You don't need to show your face. You just put a screen on, put a picture up. It's all good. Let's talk TV. That would be great to have you up here. I'd be honored to have you up here and talk about this. Fluffy Diva, big up yourself, David. Let's talk. I don't know how to get the link. So you go to my channel post, my last channel post, and you'll see the link. It says "Let's talk," and it'll say air flight attendant or whatever, whatever. You scroll down, and there's a link that you press, and once you press that link, it'll bring you up here. Hopefully, I'm explaining that right. Maybe if somebody else can help out with that. I'm trying to speak by faith. I'm trying to speak to. I'm trying to speak by faith. David, it's not going to work. David, you're the only one. You're the only one here that doesn't like okra. Good vibes. What's wrong with David? He's from Trinidad and he doesn't like okra. Is that a problem? Maybe it's a Trinidadian thing. But that can't be a Trinidadian thing because Trinidad living in Finland loves it. I don't know, guys, but honestly, I think they deserve more money. I think they deserve what they're fighting for, and with the money that these airlines are charging people nowadays, and the whole process of going through these hours and hours of standing in line just to get prepped to fly out, um, I think they deserve better. I think they deserve better. Me personally, Trinidad and Finland loves it. Of course he does. Of course he loves okra. Somebody can. I was hoping somebody can help guide. What is it again? Let's Talk TV to get up here so she can join the split live and do a little bit of talking about this as well. I was telling David on Sunday that everyone from the Caribbean loves okra. They do. I don't know any that doesn't. The airlines are making out like bandits. David, 100%. What we spent for vacation this year was almost double what we spent last year. And last year we did 2 weeks. And here's the tip of it. We booked it a year in advance. When we were ready to fly out again, like when the time came a year later, it was almost another $2,000 if we would have tried to buy it then. So it's not cool at all. Wow, my sister Politic Graham is in the building. Politic, how you doing? Welcome in. Welcome in, sister. Welcome back to YouTube. I appreciate you, man. Welcome back in. Remember, guys, anybody's free to come up. All you do is gotta hit the link, come up, we'll talk a little bit. Hold on a second. That's my wife calling. Let's pause this. Sorry about that, guys. Politic Graham, welcome in. Miss you, sister. How you doing? Everything's well? I hope everything is well. I know you've been away for a while, but glad to see you back. Glad to see you doing your newscasting stuff again as well. I'm just here talking about the airline strike that's happening, and I'm looking for somebody else to come up on the chat to see if they're interested in talking about it. Just coming home from work in the background, gorgeous in the background. Sorry about that. Did I miss anything? K, soon bedtime. Airlines making out like bandits. Yes, let's talk let's talk. Are you in the chat? Oh, she's probably gone by now. Hello everyone, says Politic Graham. Good vibes, K. Hey, yes, Moan, early in the morning. I'm hanging. Okay, that's good, Politic. LOL. Had to come by to say hello. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. Hush K, you go back so quick. Elsie Knight says, good vibes, K. Blessings. Politic, welcome. Uh, where's the link? I don't see the link. Politic. So you go to my last previous post, my last post, like community post, and you'll see the whole image of the airline strike thing. And you should be able to click on join the conversation somewhere there. But it's on the community post. And like I said, you don't have to show your face, guys. You just come up and put a picture up, and let's just talk about it. Talk about the things that you face, how long you've been on an airplane before, the amount of time you spent flying on a Toronto on one single flight, the longest you've ever been delayed before a flight was able to take off. Have you ever faced any strike situations where you went to fly and everything was on strike and then you got stuck? Congrats on the moving up like the Jeffersons. It's hard work. I'm still pushing, girl. It's not easy. It's not easy gaining subs. It's not easy putting out content, and it's not easy trying to stay consistent when life is life. And I'm trying to join, but I can't find the link. Does anybody help send the link to Let's Talk TV? Because they did want to come up originally, and I want to get them up here just to see what they have to say. Is there any way somebody can help me? Because I can't even get to the link myself on my side of the fence. Let's Talk TV. Are you connected with anybody else in here? I'm just trying to figure out how I can get the link because I can't post it from here. Can the link work from here if she clicks on it? TC? Uh, Let's Talk TV. Can you press that link by TC and see if it works? Yeah, I didn't think so. I'm afraid to pin it because if I pin it, then I might lock myself out of the live. Yeah, because I don't think they work on verticals. Yeah, I'm on a mobile device. The only thing I can say is like all you have to do is go to my community post. It'll be the last post I posted. You'll see the picture of the airline and stuff like that. and just click on the comments, the comment sections, and it should be able to see the link is there. Okay, here's Simone. Hold on. Simone.
Yes. I just wanted to quickly say to Let's Talk that you, sis, I don't, sorry for calling you sis. I don't even know if it's a man. But what you
I'm
have to do is press on the arrow at the top of the live that you're watching now. It's going to take you out of the live stream. Then you go to Red's channel. Then you scroll over to where it says post. As long as you touch on post, it's the last link there, and you can just press the link from there and then press join. You'll come straight up here because that's what I just did and it worked fine. So you
okay.
have to get out of the live stream.
Okay, so she's a
You're a
lady.
lady.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay, so we
sis.
got that.
So what you're gonna do, sis, you're gonna come out of this live stream that you're on now by there's an arrow at the top of the screen that you can press. And then when you press that arrow, you're gonna see like Red's room. If you're not on his community page, you just press one of those little circles with his photo in there and it will take you directly to his channel page. So when you go to his channel page, you press on post. If you can't see it, you can scroll over at the top where it says live, videos, shorts, whatever, all those words. You just scroll over and you'll see post. As long as you touch on post, you're going to see the link right there. And then when you press on the link, you press join. So
Yes.
just put okay in the chat, sis, if you got that, or anyone else who wanna come up. It's the same procedure.
Thank you, Simone. I appreciate that. And I was just trying to do my best to try to guide them, but I know if you're new to this, you might not be familiar with how to do it, but the steps are
Yeah.
there.
Okay. Or TC, if you wanna come up first, and then she'll figure it out afterwards. Anyone who wants to come up, because she said, okay, I'm gonna pop down now. So I hope let's talk. I hope you heard what I was saying there, and let me come down. All right.
Okay.
Thank you, bro.
I appreciate it, Simone. Thank you very much.
I appreciate you, bro. Bye.
Yes. TC saying okay. Let's talk. Hopefully you understand that. You're out of the chat. You've left the chat and you're going over to the channel to try to find a link to come up. It's always good to learn something new anyway. So now you're learning how to do it. That'll be cool. All right. Elsie Knight, thank you for still sticking and staying. TC Lifestyle, big up yourself as well. 8 to 10 hours flight is crazy, bro. It's absolutely crazy. But look at me. I only fly 5 hours. I'm not a big traveler like TC or like some of you other guys that do this on a regular. Um, but imagine I have people at my workplace that travel to Philippines, 18-hour flight, 18 hours. Guys, I would lose my. I won't even say the word. I would lose my shite if that's a better way to put it. 18 hours on one flight. I don't care how big those seats are. I'll never get comfortable. They better be couches. They better be lazy boy couches that vibrate because there's no way you're gonna have me sitting on a little plain seat, couched up in a little one chair for 8 hours is absolutely nuts. You know what I mean? And I can only imagine what the flight attendants are going through in their little cockpit, doing that little tight space, sitting there for 8 hours. And they're talking about they're not even sure if they're gonna make it back home if this plane decides to just fold under pressure and say that they're not flying anymore when they get that call. And it's not the first time it's happened, guys. TC Lifestyle's coming up. So TC found a link. So well, hopefully our friend will find it eventually. TC, what's going on, man?
I'm just editing more Comic Con stuff I need a break from. How about you?
Oh, not too bad, brother. Good to see you up here, man. Good to see you up here. What's good?
Likewise.
Welcome in. So you're the flyer. You're the frequent flyer for the 8 to 10 hours on a regular basis, brother. How do you do it, man? Honestly.
It's commitment because I'm addicted to wanderlust responsibly, but because I just like to travel so much, and whenever I go on a hiking trail and I'm at the edge of a cliff, I'm looking at these mountains or these bodies of water, all that, the euphoric feeling I get from looking at that and filming makes it all the worthwhile sitting
Okay.
on the plane for all that X amount of time. But yeah,
Well,
it can get a little
that's crazy, bro. What was that? Was that me?
That was me. That was me.
Oh, okay. So I know I've seen some of your pictures that you're taking some exhilarating pictures off mountain cliffs and stuff like that. So what is it? You're picturing that in your head as you're flying for 8 to 10 hours? Is that what you're doing?
There's that, the anticipation or the thrill of that or something. I guess you could say I'm just definitely like one of these stereotypical content creators that go a little extreme, but I can't help it.
So you're not watching movies on the plane to kill your time. Is that what you're doing?
Oh yes, I am. Like some airlines I use, like Delta or something, if they have like screens on the back, okay, good. During that long flight, just put my headphones, put it in there, and like, okay, now I'm busy. If not, if they don't have that, I go retro, take an MP3 player on my phone, and listen to
Yeah.
music.
I guess that'll work too. But for 8 hours, man, that MP3 player is not going to last that long.
They do even have a battery pack.
Oh, this guy, the real content creator is ready for anything, huh?
Oh
If
yes,
that
I'm
if that
prepared.
plane goes
Everything goes
down,
onto
you're
my
ready.
backpack.
That's crazy. What's the longest flight you ever took besides the 8 to 10? Can you recollect anything? Like straight flight, nonstop,
Straight.
no layovers, no nothing like that.
It was 12 hours.
12 hours, and that's from.
Yes, from Honolulu, Hawaii to Atlanta, Georgia.
That's where you just came back from, wasn't it? Why?
Yes, and came from Honolulu, but toward Atlanta there was inclement weather, so they had to like circle around Atlanta to see if it was safe enough to land because visibility was low.
Yeah.
They kept going back and forth, and like whatever by me. So it's just because of the weather. That's why it took so long.
Oh, okay, interesting.
Because we had
And have
just
you
came from the middle. Sorry.
have you ever faced any delays where a plane has left you and they had to catch a second plane on another trip back or another trip there because you might have missed the first flight?
Almost. I almost did
Yeah, we almost
because
lost our plane when we came back from Jamaica. We only had a couple minutes left, and we weren't even able to stop at the duty free, so that kind of killed it. But it is what it is. It's because it's getting crowded and more crowded, and like I said, the systems are getting very automated now, and a lot of people don't know
oh
how to use
yes,
these systems, right? So instead of making it faster, it's actually slowed a lot of people down because
yes
the
it has.
person in front of you are trying to figure out how to use this. There's no attendant there to help them, and now trust me, it was a nightmare, right? I don't know what you face when you go through these airlines and stuff, but the staff needs to be there. I don't care about this automated stuff. At least have some staff around to help people.
Yes, definitely. The holidays I do winter break where I went to Virginia, West Virginia, I was the same thing. And because I flew Delta, I had to go to Atlanta because that's the main hub for that airlines. And
Yeah.
I had just arrived there, and what are the odds? My connecting flight was immediately started boarding when I pulled up to the gate. So of
Oh my
course you
God.
gotta go grab your stuff and just run like Home Alone through the airport.
Yeah.
And of course, as soon as I get there, they expect you to have it pulled up on your phone to scan and not just the paper boarding pass. Because I
Yes.
never seen anything like that until I got there. I'm like, oh, you need your phone? You don't need a piece of paper anymore? And of course,
Yes.
they expect you to know how it works.
Yeah. They expect you
So
to
like,
know everything.
and of course, as soon as you ask, how do I do that? There's that eye roll. You go, oh, okay, you gotta download it. Oh, you're gonna be attitude? Nope, no, thank you. I'll ask someone else.
And
Ask for
isn't that,
help. Attitude. I didn't like that.
yeah, attitude. And that's frustrating, right? It's frustrating.
I mean, yeah. I mean, yeah. Sometimes they get annoyed, can ask that, but hey, come on. I don't know that. I don't know what you're going through. Every customer is different, but so I had to ask like other passengers how you do that because I didn't like how
And
it looked at.
and to tell you the honest truth, you're asking the question because you need an answer. Like it's pretty obvious, right? You wouldn't ask if you knew.
Yeah.
You working here? Yes. I see you standing by the booth. I'm assuming that you know how this booth works. Am I not allowed to ask you how this booth works if I don't know how it works? Come on, man.
Yeah,
But it
that's what
has
I'm
gotten a
saying.
lot more automated. And I find that honestly, maybe when everybody gets up to par, but you have a lot of older people in there that don't know how to work this stuff. And the lineups that were ahead of us took way longer than we've ever seen before, honestly.
Yes, I see that at the gate or when you go through TSA, regardless you have pre-check or whatnot, you gotta have your phone or something so they can quickly scan it and get you out. And like, what's this, a doctor's office? What's going
Yeah.
on?
Yes, man. You have to have all your paperwork ready in one hand, your passport, this and that. And then they ask you any question about your bags and you have to have everything prepared. And if your bag is overweight, instead of waiting for you to try to shift around your bags, they're telling you to go out of the line and go do it over there. And now
Oh
other people are
man, it
coming in
is
front of you.
annoying. Like you go through TSA, they move your stuff around. You gotta take off your belt, take off your shoes, and all
Take
things
off everything.
metal. And as soon as you go through all that, put your hands up. You gotta hurry, put all the your rings back on in this
Yep.
in the instant, and
Yep.
all at the same time. You're just standing there with your stuff. You're waiting. Hey, it's your stuff. Okay, do you mind if I look through this? I'm like, can you ask me that while I was doing that so we can help save time? But
Yep. They don't care.
it's just
That's
takes
what
cost.
delayed us. That's what delayed us coming back the most. It was bad coming back from Jamaica. When we landed back in Canada in Toronto, it was a breeze. It was just easy 1-2 right through, no problem. But I mean, it's different coming. Well, it should be harder because we're coming from a foreign country back into our own country. They're more worried
Mm-hmm.
about us bringing stuff in, but it was a breeze, absolutely a breeze. So that thank God we didn't have to go through that hassle twice. But I
Yeah.
appreciate you, TC, for coming up and just voicing your opinion. One last question before you leave, TC. Have you ever come across any bad airline attendants like that have treated you in a way that it'll discourage you from ever flying there with those people again?
Yes, I had plenty of those.
You have plenty.
Yes, I had plenty.
Let's hear a
I didn't
story.
voice my opinion on it, but I've had that
Tell us
happen.
one story at least, please. The worst possible one. Worst scenario one. Guys, take notes. TC's about to drop a bomb on you. Take
Okay,
notes, pen and paper, guys.
during yeah, during one of those like 8 to 10 hour flights, because I'm 6'1", and after just sitting there for a while, my legs start to cramp. I need to stand up and walk around.
Yeah.
So what I did was I stood up, I got on my seat, I walked toward the back where the lavatories were. It wasn't too
Yeah.
far. I just needed to stand and just stretch my legs, and of course, two of them when we're just talking about inappropriate things. But of course, I'm just standing there. I'm not listening. I'm just standing there facing away. Excuse me.
Inappropriate things. Hold on. Did you say inappropriate things?
Mm-hmm.
Is it something I could use for the radio?
Something about okay, this person's thinking that person, but behind their back they're doing blah, 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 to this person, blah blah. Like, oh, what is this? That TV show with Sarah Jessica Parker? I don't think I'm allowed to say it, but that's what they were gossiping about.
Okay. All right. All right.
And I'm standing there just saying, "Excuse me." All of a sudden, I feel a hand. I'm like, "What are you doing?" I mean, what am I doing there? I'm like, "I'm just stretching my legs out." Say, "Can you get back to your seat?" And I'm like, "What did I do?" They were looking at me like, "You need to get back to your seat." I'm like, "I was just standing. I didn't do anything." Well, you're like, nope, let me just walk away because I ain't having that. I don't need
Yeah.
anyone to pull like United Airlines on me and drag me off the flight, but
And they grabbed
we're
you
already
too
off the
on
air,
top of that.
but
Oh, bad.
I didn't want any of that.
No, you don't. It's open.
Oh, not that.
Okay. Okay. Let's leave it open. I got him. All right. Thanks. Yeah. All right, TC. I appreciate you coming up, man. I really appreciate it.
Anytime.
Anytime, man. Welcome. If you guys are not connected to TC Lifestyle, the link is there, guys. TC Type Ninja when you drop out, and then people are going to touch base with you as well. Simone TV says, one of my friends said 24 hours from UK to Zimbabwe. That's nuts.
Dang.
I didn't know planes could fly for 24 hours. I didn't know they could do that. I thought it was always
Yeah,
they
it depends
can.
on the side. Yes, depending on if it's like a big jumbo jet, yes, they can.
24 hours in a plane, bro. That's absurd. That's crazy.
Oh, yes, it is. Like, imagine going across the Pacific from Cali over to China or Japan. Even with exclude the time zones, it's still a lengthy thing.
Wow. And yeah, and on top of that, we didn't even include the time zone. This is a whole other story in itself. All right. That's crazy.
Oh,
Wow.
yes, it is.
So what did you say, bro? I wasn't sure what that meant by
Listen.
I mean a beer.
Cash,
Have you been to Scotland yet? Simone
not
TV's
yet.
asking. My two brothers, Special K is hailing you up as well, TC. Blessings, TC. Well, go on, TC. Big bro says Special K. Blessings, Reds. Elsie Knight. No Simone. Okay, Elsie.
Howdy, Special K.
Blessing, Reds.
Special K
Fluffy.
K247. Yes, I still remember that title, unfortunately.
Trinidad living in Finland. Hello, everybody in the chat.
Fluffy Diva said hello. Blessings, I didn't see you. The chat was just popping up, so I didn't
Yeah,
see
you
it.
know what's going off. I'm just catching up to it now. Teddy Bear, Kitty Calvin. Why you not asleep, Papa? Mama Bear. I don't like saying Papa. I don't like Don't ever make me say that again. That's special K, okay?
Looking at that
Oh,
and
those talks are killing me right now. Family, good night, says Trinidad, living in Finland. I checked online for a home nowadays. I checked in. Yeah, I checked in from line. Yeah, my wife does the same thing. Everything she does is from home on the phone or cellular or whatever. She's prepped before she even gets to the airport. That's why I know I can't do that stuff. Women have it.
I
She,
I could, but I choose not to do it if
who?
I can. Like doing a whole bunch of stuff like that on my phone.
It's a lot faster. If she didn't do that stuff, we'd still be stuck there. She books everything
Mm,
ahead of time, way faster. Stash cash in the building. Stash, what up, bro? Blessings. Yeah, we're just talking about airlines and strike, but flight attendants and stuff like that. Delays. What's
yeah,
your worst
I
case
don't think a lot of people
scenarios?
know what flight attendants have to go through
Yes,
because I
this is what
know
I was
plenty of
talking
people
about.
who, yeah,
Go
I know
ahead.
plenty of people who used to be flight attendants. They used to like it because the traveling and whatnot, but they quickly realized that it's kind of like retail in a way. People don't really understand what they have to deal with. Like when they have to do that mandatory demonstration about putting on the seatbelt or the thing if you lose pressure, they have to do that, despite how tedious and redundant it is. They're required to do that, and people are like, "Why do you have to keep doing it? We don't want to hear that." I'm like, they don't care. They still have to do it, and
And the
also
thing is,
it's a
that's only part of it, TC. There's things that they have to do in the background before they even get on the plane.
yeah.
There's
I was getting into
there's
that.
certain WMIS regulations they have to follow. They have to know the difference between the U.S. WMIS compared to the Canadian WMIS.
Mm,
Gases, all types of stuff. It's crazy. She showed me a list. My wife showed me a list of stuff that she had to learn. I just looked at it. I was like, "Yep, I'm not passing this test."
whoa.
And they got to do it every single day, and she's got to make sure her teammates are ready to do this every single day. And before she gets on the flight, everything has to be set. The flight cannot leave a minute late, and she doesn't get paid until that door is closed on that plane. Not even till not when she gets to the airport 2 hours earlier. She doesn't get paid until that door is closed on the plane,
Mm-hmm.
right? And that is what I didn't like. And I thought she's the one that actually inspired me to do this chat. And I'm saying to myself, you know what? I just want to hear what other people think, right? Um, but these strikes could be very devastating to all of us. If you're trying to travel somewhere and you spend all this money, you're planning to go somewhere. Not only are you losing your money until you can fight for it back, you're losing your time. You might not be able to get those vacation days again, depending on where you work. Like I said, your kids are in school. You can't just rearrange your kids for schooling, arrange babysitters and all that kind of stuff. And any other thing that you have planned from the other end, the food that you bought, the gifts that you bought, it just seems like all thrown out the window. And you're right. You cannot turn around and blame the flight attendants, right? Simone is right. You cannot blame them because this has nothing to do with them. They're fighting for the rights to earn more money, which they're probably due because these airlines just keep charging more and more money. I know the cost of fuel goes up, but listen, people are going there in these trips no matter how much they cost. You can afford to pay these people a little bit better. Give them a little bit of respect. Put some respect on their name.
Yeah,
You
that
understand?
goes up a lot. Especially when they're serving us food during the flight, like they have to remember who ordered what, do all this and that. They have to deal with like, hey, excuse me, waitress, stewardess, but they're always like, they're trying to pour a drink. Here here you go, blah blah blah. They have to go
I
through
know
a
there's
lot.
only a couple of
You
them.
need a lot of patience.
Imagine those
Sometimes,
jumbo flights.
yeah, sometimes I will deliberately pause my movie. I take off my headphones, I just watch them. I'm like, dang, they got to go through all of that. You really need a
Yeah.
thick skin just to be a flight attendant.
I'm pretty sure you do because you probably have to deal with some real, I don't say the word type of people, but some real aggressive type of people who think they own you and stuff like that because they paid for their flight, they're going on vacation, and you just have to do what you're told.
Did you fly during COVID?
No, actually, we came back from Jamaica just when COVID hit after, so we just missed it. Otherwise, we would have been stuck in Jamaica.
I flew in the beginning of COVID and watching those flight attendants, making sure everyone has to put their mask on. And then some people are arguing, hey, they gotta sleep, but they can't breathe through the mask, so they're like tilted just their nose are exposed or open their mouth, but they have to keep arguing with them and all this and that. And, oh my goodness. I
Listen
don't know
to
how
me,
to
man.
finish
Listen
that.
to me. You guys are in a sealed plane. No mask that you wear is going to protect anybody on that plane, okay? It's in a sealed environment. I don't care what mask you wear. You can wear an astronaut suit. It doesn't matter, man. That little tight area of space right there. No, everybody's getting sick. You guys have seen these kind of movies already when epidemics start. All it took at one sneeze and boom, microscopic all over the place, and everybody's sick one time. Get off the plane, then everybody's sick in the airport. Then boom, everybody jumps in their car. Then everybody's sick at the corner store, the grocery store. It doesn't take much, and you know that, man. You know that those masks are just a cover up to just make you minimize the risk. Let's put it that way: minimize the risk, but it doesn't prevent the risk.
Yeah, even people are too hypersensitive about it because even on that same flight, some person was drinking something, the plane shook, so they accidentally went down the wrong pipe, so they're coughing. And
Yeah.
everyone's staring at them like they're coughing. I'm thinking, "Oh dear, I felt so bad for this person because they're coughing, so they look
You
choke."
remember? You remember when it was bad to cough in public?
Yes, if you're just coughing, like
Everybody's turning around.
people started getting them and getting away from them. Like, dude, it's just a. I felt so bad
You
for
couldn't
that
even
person.
walk on the sidewalk, brother, because every time somebody sees you coming down the sidewalk, they jump to the other side of the sidewalk. I'm like, really? We're outside. We're both masked up. Really? Oh my God, it's funny. It's absolutely funny. But let me get back to the chat. Simone TV, they stop over to buy. Hello, everyone in the chat. Stash is
Hey, it's
laughing.
Goga.
Special K is laughing. Simone, Trinidad living in Finland. Stash, long time. Special K, I apologize this morning. I tried to talk them out of it, to them about it. I'm so sorry.
Yes,
Don't worry about it. It's
live.
all good. David said it's all good. Special. David, what's up, man? Says Trinidad living in Finland. Stash, I know I haven't been on often lately. Back to Simone. Um, Stash Gas, hello, says Trinidad. I might even stay for Red's room. What's to say and apologize? What? I might even say what Red's room wants me to say to apologize to Special K. What do I want you to say, David? The king of okra? I dare you. David, it's not your fault. It's okay. It was just annoying every time I come on there. They're calling me out, but still love you, David. Who couldn't love David? David, you still have to say it. I don't care what Special K says. You still have to say it. No, David, it's okay, Papa. Seriously. You made me say Papa again. Stop with this Papa thing, Special K.
Yeah, she got me saying in my videos now
Oh
when I
my
go to
God.
Comic
You need to
Con.
stop with that stuff, man. Uh-oh, look who's in the building. Special darling. David's say what Reds wants him to say. It's about okra. Where did the Goga come from this? Like David, just say it. Just say I'm the king of okra. And the special will forgive you. You know, easy, David. That's fluffy.
Goga
Sexy
just said
President
Papa.
Goga. Tamika, I couldn't help it. I know you couldn't. Goga in the bushes, mama. Mama Diva. I thought she said Papa. I was about to pause myself again. Leave David alone, says Special. You know what? I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to say anything at all because you guys are looking for receipts. You're waiting for me to slip up. Red, David is willing to make the good reputation and apologize to Special. David, are you going to do it for us? Or you have witnesses on here. Just say
Special's
it.
quite the influence, man. Because then now I'm
Right?
calling my niece Bree Bree now. I'm like, oops, not what I just did.
Right? Tamika, the problem with mix up people, someone can't even stay in the bush piece in the bush for long. What is his name? Hoga. Fluffy, did you really just say Hoga? I learned from the best. Special, tell David to apologize. What does it say? Tell Special, tell David the apology is contingent to him staying in the as the in, as him staying. He is the undisputed king of okra. He's not gonna say it. He's not gonna say it.
Oh, crap. No,
You say Papa.
you're
Oh, damn it. Goga, you tricked me again. But guys, honestly, we're just having some fun right now. Goga, you've been on a lot of flights. What is the worst case scenario flight you've ever been on? What kind of oh yeah, I forgot you're the president. President doesn't face delays. All right, let's forget about Goga then, okay? Special K, anybody else? Let me know, guys. Is there anybody else out there that has ever faced any weird delays or had issues with a flight attendants or anything like that? What's up? How you doing? How you doing? Love the hair.
I know,
Love,
just stopping
love the
by to
hair.
show some love. I've been
Lo-
watching.
You look so radiant. What's going on, man?
I'm glowing.
You're glowing. Absolutely.
Vacation time. It's
Oh, you're but
vacation time.
okay. Well, you enjoy. Welcome in.
All right.
David typed it in King of Okra. David saying it and typing it is two different things, okay, brother? But I guess you got away with it. At least you typed it in. Red, I fly a Goga Force One. I never face commercial problems. You know what? That's why I stopped. I was about to continue and say, Goga, talk to me about your issues, but I forgot who you were. You're the president. You don't fly commercial. You don't fly economy. and it's a private jet. I get it, and I appreciate it, guys. Um, Guys, I don't know what more to say. I'm just saying, I think these attendants deserve more money. I think what they're fighting for is right. I think that as being part of a union, they should be backing their people them, right? Because people just don't strike for no reason. It's maybe a long time since they get a decent pay or a decent raise in pay, which you know, they're they're supposed to get, and maybe they feel like they're getting robbed, and after a while, they're willing to go on strike and lose money in order to gain money. So it's affecting them that much. You understand what I'm saying? So
Yeah, sometimes the price to pay for doing what you think is right, and um, there's something I had thinking of now. I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
no, it's all good, man.
Yeah, the flight attendant, that job is very critical, like being a writer for a TV show or movie, because there's always gonna be people flying. So we definitely need flight attendants, kind of like we need
Yes.
servers or baristas because we got to eat something or watch television. So you would think with that in mind, they should at least be compensated properly. I believe. I don't know how it goes on behind the
No, you would
scenes,
think,
but
right?
it's understandable
These,
why they feel frustrated. They're not being listened to. They need their voice
uh,
heard.
I believe they have a right to fight for more wages. I absolutely do because I'm firsthand witness of what my wife was making and what she was going through, so I can join their side. But TC, I don't mean to run you or anything, but the other person that
Okay.
wanted to come up originally, I think, has found a link.
Okay. Let
Um,
me try to hop it off.
but I
Thanks
appreciate
for
it,
having
TC.
me.
I appreciate for having you up here, brother. Thank you very much. Don't forget to link TC, guys. TC, don't forget to type Ninja in the chat when you get down so these guys can link you as well. I'd appreciate it. And thank you for taking the time to come up as well, man. I appreciate it, bro.
Anytime.
Uh, David, can you type it again? David, Goga wants you to type it again because he didn't believe you actually just typed it. That was TC Lifestyle, guys. Make sure you connect with TC Lifestyle as well. Um, Simone says she found the link. Okay, let's hopefully she can find the link and press it and come it up here, and then we'll talk a bit more. There we go, right there. Let's talk. Welcome. She got it. Let's give some cheers up. She's got it. Now you know how to do it. It's okay. Okay, let's hopefully she can find the link and press it. Can you hear me? We'll talk a bit more. You might have to turn the mic or the speaker off on your side or down on your side. Got it. Let's give some cheers up. She got it. Now you know how to do it.
Can you hear me, guys?
Yes, we can hear you. Can you hear me? Well, you might have to
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear.
turn down the volume for whatever you're listening to for me. Give some cheers up. She got it. Now you know how to do it.
Can you hear me, guys?
Yes, we can hear you. You might have to
Hear you loud and clear.
turn down the volume for whatever you're listening to for me. Are we good?
Is it any better now?
Way better. Way better. Welcome in. Welcome in. First of all, let me
Thank.
address you properly. We didn't know if you were male or female, so we wanted to make sure we got that straightforward first.
I'm
Please
I'm a
introduce yourself to
hundred
the chat.
percent female.
100% female.
Yeah,
Okay,
but
now we
my
got that straight. Let's go.
my voice maybe it's a bit croaky because I'm still tired. I only came back 2 days ago, so I'm very very tired. I'm still tired,
Okay,
and I'm
fair enough.
getting
Well, we
back.
won't keep you too long, but I'm glad you were able to find your way up here. You were telling an
Yeah,
interesting
it
story. We would
maybe
love
if
to
I
hear
was
more about this.
maybe if I was rested, it would be a bit easier. But I'm
Yeah.
still trying to get back myself in the UK time zone.
Okay.
Um, yeah. I went to Panama. I spent 3 lovely weeks there. It's the first time I ever fly that amount of hours.
Okay.
I normally goes to well, I'm Jamaican, so I normally fly the Jamaican races between 9 and 10 hours.
Yes.
So I used to that amount of flight, but I always fly direct. If I go to the States to see my relatives, it's still the same amount of hours
Okay.
because I normally go to Chicago, so it's still 9 to 10 hours flight.
So this is a standard thing for you.
Yeah, but I always do direct. So this was my first time doing a connecting flight, but there's no direct flight from the UK to Panama.
Yes.
I could go from Spain or Switzerland or most of the countries in Europe have direct flight, but again, I still have to fly from here to there.
So let me ask you a question. For every flight that you do a layover, do you have to go through the whole security check again and the whole procedure and baggage thing again, or your bags just get moved to one area until the next plane arrives?
Well, as I said, this was the first time I'm doing a connecting flight, and going out, I flew from here, from London Heathrow to New York,
Yes,
and I had 5 hours layover. So going, it was a long, long layover. It was 5 hours, and yes, during the 5 hours, my I have to go back and claim. I have to claim a bag, and checked in again, and almost do the same thing all over again
that's
to
crazy.
get the flight to Panama. But from coming back, I flew from Panama to Houston, and that was a 3 hours layover. I didn't have to do that again. I didn't see my bag again until I get to Heathrow. So when all
Yeah.
my checked in bags, I didn't see them again. From I checked in them in at Panama, I didn't see them again until I got to London Heathrow. So I
And
didn't have to.
how many hours was that later?
But that was 24 hours.
That's crazy. What's up? Sorry. What's up? Yeah. Okay. You want some water? Okay, I'll get some water. All right. No, that's crazy. You can get it by yourself. You know how to get it. There's no more Pringles. You should stop conning me, you little con man. Okay, we'll get a gummy bears in bed. Get some water. Okay. Yeah. Sorry about that, guys. That's 24 hours is absolutely crazy, and not to
Yeah,
mention
it was
before.
24 hours because even when I left um Panama, it was, well, when I left my Airbnb, it was 6:30 in the morning. 6:30, yeah, 6:30 in the morning. And when the time I got here, to my house, it was 12 midday. By when I landed Heathrow and got my drive to my house, it was 12 midday UK time. That mean in Panama it was 6 a.m. because it's 6 hours difference. So it was only half an hour
I'll get it soon.
difference. So it was 24 hours.
Yeah. So, at any point, did you get any sleep in that at all?
Um, I don't know if I could call it sleep. Yeah, I doze off.
A
I
power
dozed
nap?
off a few times.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
I dozed off a few times, but I wouldn't call that sleep.
So, you knowing what you know now, doing what you did then, would that be something you ever do again? Is the question now.
Yes. I'm
Because
not
you had a good time.
sure. I'm not sure if I would use a different route, but I would do the same thing again over. I'm thinking maybe if I could fly to Jamaica this time, because it's still 9 hours, and
Yes.
then fly from Jamaica to Panama.
So it's a
The
nine
only
hour flight
thing,
from London to Jamaica.
yeah, between 9 and 10 hours.
Wow. Wow.
Between 9 and 10 hours. Um, the only thing, it might be very expensive because I tried it before. I tried when I was booking this. I tried to do it that way. I I was trying via a country in Europe, but it's
Yes.
coming out more expensive because you have to change the company. Because
Yes.
I flew with what is it called again? Oh, I can't remember the name now. Well, I
I
flew
wouldn't
with.
know.
It's not. I'm not American Airlines. Oh,
Not the British
when I
Airways.
remember, when I remember, I will say. But it's that same company I flew with from London to New York, and the same one from New York to Panama.
Yeah.
So
Special
I didn't
case
have to
thing
do
is
any.
very expensive.
Yeah, if I did have to cross over, like for example, if I did fly with American Airlines from here to New York, and then from New York to Panama, I go with Copa. I would. It's
Yeah.
very expensive because I two different company. So when I stick with the same company, it's much cheaper.
How come I'm not hearing you right now? What happened?
Can you hear me?
I was hearing you before. Did I turn something down? You can hear me though, right?
Yes, I can hear you perfectly well.
Yeah, I can hear you too.
Yeah, so yeah, I think because I want to go back. I think I would do it all over again, but maybe I will try a different route and maybe I try different time in the year to see if it's cheaper because summertime is normally expensive anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's
Like
a
I'm
lovely
saying,
country. It's a lovely country, and I think everybody should go and visit the Panama Canal. It's the engineering work behind it. It's amazing.
I've never actually been there, and I don't even know what's in Panama to tell you the honest truth.
Well, I'm sure everyone in the whole world heard about the Panama Canal.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Everybody's heard about it, but it's and has anybody ever been there? Is the question is a whole nother story. Where is this stuff? My son is
I
trying to
find it
con me to
very,
get him
very
something that
fascinating.
his mom is going to give me a hard time about. And I know there's people in the background collecting receipts, so I got to be careful. Son, here you go. And don't eat more than five. Yeah. Sorry about that, guys. I'm back. Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, good, good, good. I appreciate you coming
Yeah.
up and I appreciate you telling your story, but 24 hours is a bit too much for me. I don't know if I can handle that. I'm sure there's other people out here that's probably done it as well, but that's really tough.
Yeah, but you have to think about countries like um, Australia and New Zealand. They're very far. They're far away.
Yes. It's very far away. So is Hawaii. So is Japan for me. So it's crazy, crazy. I would love to visit Hong Kong of all places. One of my places on a bucket list. I would love to visit, but I don't know. I don't know if I have the strength to tolerate more than 4 hours, 5 hours without losing my sanity. But it's like you said, you don't if you never tried it, you won't know until you do it, right?
Yes, and also if there's something there that you're eager to know about or eager to see, you will do it. But if you're just gonna fly for fly's sake, or you're just gonna go there because you heard that it might be a nice place to go, maybe you're not gonna like it. You have to something have to be there that you really, really, really eager to see.
Yeah.
Like for me, I always want to go to Panama because I just think Panama is one of those countries that is like similar to Jamaica, but not similar because how Panama sort of in the central lock there, they don't get any hurricane. They don't get hurricanes. So it's not like Jamaicans who have to build their houses over and over again
Yeah,
and
no,
actually rebuild the
that's a
country when
whole
a
nother
hurricane
story.
pass
Having to build
through.
your house over and over again. That part is still traumatic to me. Every time I go to Jamaica and I see people's houses torn apart, and it feels like every time I go there, it's torn apart again. That's another whole story.
Yeah, well, in Panama you don't get that because they don't get hurricanes. They don't
Like,
get
how
hurt,
do
and
you
it's
ever really
similar
settle
to
with your home
Jamaica.
knowing that it could be blown down again in a couple months or a couple of years from now? Very
Yeah,
difficult.
it's I was living there during the Hurricane Gilbert in 1988, I think,
Yeah.
and it was right now. I'm telling you, I'm traumatized from that experience. It was nice, and
That's
when I think back on it, I was a little girl, but I could have lost my life there, but it was my first time experience it, my parents' first time experience hurricane as well. So yeah, but it was horrible.
fabulous. Fabulous nuts in the chat says that is a reality I've never considered. Are we talking about the houses being demolished by the storms and then having to rebuild every time? Fabulous. I'm assuming that's what you're talking about. Oh, I was just reading the chat. You're welcome to read the chat as well if you like. It's there.
Yeah, it's a very nice country though. Very, the people are loving, very, very helpful. I don't speak a word of Spanish, and I thought I would have problem, although I use Google Translate. But
Yes.
they're very, very helpful. Um, on one occasion, I was there and my battery was going down, but I wanted to find a rooftop bar. And I know I'm in the area, but I couldn't find it. So I went over to some four police was standing, four police, well, three policemen and a lady was standing, and I went over to them and I was trying to tell them what I wanted, but we couldn't communicate, and I didn't want to use my phone because the battery was going down. So the police lady, she downloaded Google Translate on her phone,
Yes.
so I could communicate with her. So
So
they're very nice there.
fabulous. Not just saying that the hurricanes come, we move out stuff up and pack our treasures. Be known the most would uh, be the need for a roof. The hurricane comes, we move out stuff up and down and pack our treasures. Uh, be now the most would be the roof because the roof would be the
Okay.
first thing torn off by the hurricane.
Yeah, but sometime during the hurricane you have earthquake. It happened before in Jamaica where during the hurricane you have I think that's what happened in Gilbert as well. That's why Gilbert was so terrible. You had
They
an
had an
earthquake
earthquake and a
during.
hurricane at the same time. Big up, Latasha.
Yeah,
Welcome in. That's crazy.
yeah. And few years back, I remember Haiti had a very bad hurricane, and the next day they had an earthquake.
Talk about double dipping.
That's a
I know it's
called
nothing to
double
laugh
whammy.
at, but that's crazy.
Yeah, that's always on my mind when I think of Jamaica. The hurricane it's a problem for me.
Fabulous.
That's
Not just
always on
saying,
the
not the same as
top of
thinking
my
our
mind.
house would be blown away. Wow, that is hard. Absolutely, the double stamp, double hit. That's what it is. But I appreciate you for coming up as well. I don't have much more time left. I just, it was a great discussion, guys. I appreciate you for taking the time to come up here as well.
You're
When you get
welcome.
out of this chat, feel free to type in Ninja in the chat so that people can recognize who you are and connect back to your channel as well. And that goes for everybody else that's in the chat. Just type Ninja in the chat and you should be able to post your link. And anybody can come by and stop and check you guys out. Remember, guys, we're growing together. We're learning together, support each other, do the best we can to just stay on top of things. But at the same time, also focus on your own channel, okay? Don't focus on everybody else's without putting in some work on yours. Okay, I appreciate you
Yeah,
for coming up as well. Now
thank you
that you
for
know how to
that.
use the button, next
Thank
time it
you.
shouldn't be an issue, right?
Yeah, yeah. And well, I learned something new tonight.
Hey, you learned something from
Yeah, I
the
learned
team.
something new.
All right,
And
so you
there's I
learned
have
something
lots of
from the team, and
information on.
you could thank
Yeah,
Simone for that because she's the one that pushed it.
yeah, thank you, Simone, thank you. And there's lots of information on my channel with about Panama. There's lots of information there. My channel is new as well. It's a very new channel, so it's very small.
Okay, go ahead,
Yeah,
promote
I
your
have.
channel. That's what you're here for. Let's do it. Talk about it. Got just spit it out while you're going before you leave. Just say what do you need to say about your channel so people are aware of it.
Yes, it's new. It's very new. It's very small, but I'm trying to build it up by posting um new things or different things every day. I still have few more videos about things I did in Panama to post. But by every day I try to post bit by bit because I'm still trying to get back to this time zone and I'm very tired.
Well, while you go get
But
some rest, but before you get some rest, type it in the chat, your channel name. Just type in Ninja in the chat, Ninga in the chat, so people know where to find you, and they'll check out the channel as well. And thank you for taking the time to come up here and discussing this. 24-hour flight is crazy. You're better than me. I could only do 5 max. I say that now, but honestly, between the 3 hours of waiting at the airport and 3 hours of leaving, getting up early to go to the airport, that's like technically 8 hours anyway. We're the flying, but it's not actually all flying. But I thank you for coming up and I thank you for expressing yourself on here, okay?
Yes, you're welcome. You take care now. I'm
It's
trying to
been a pleasure to have you up here.
find out how to come off now.
Oh, just press X at the top left hand side, I would like to say.
Yeah, I can find it. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank
No worries.
you.
You're welcome here anytime, okay?
Okay, then take care, Reds. Bye.
Stay
Thanks.
blessed. Yes, guys. I know we're on here way longer than I thought I would be. But I appreciate you guys for coming here. 9 people in the chat, 29 likes. I think we had a good discussion, right? I think we had a pretty decent discussion. It's 11, bro. I only see 9. Okay, it's all good then. Oh my gosh, guys. Yeah. Honestly, at the end of the day, I don't think it's worth doing the flight attendant stuff. They need to get paid more. That's the bottom line from my end. And for the amount of money, no, don't worry about it. Sorry, I missed it. It's fabulous. It's all fine. It's people need to get paid for what they're worth. And if these people are risking their life every day to get on a plane. You might be risking it once because you're jumping on a plane for the whole year and risk it again next year. These guys are doing it 2 or 3 times a day, right? Not knowing if this plane is going to come back. And, for the little bit of money they get, it doesn't make sense, right? Let's Talk TV. Thank you very much. No problem. Thank you for taking the time to come up here. Type Ninja in the chat so you can post your link, okay? So these guys can check you out. And guys, if you have a minute, please check out Let's Talk TV. Sorry, guys. I'm just trying to get this. This thing never works for me. Fluffy Diva, big up yourself. You guys, thanks for sticking with me for a bit. I'm gonna start looking for a raid, guys. I know some of you guys might want to dip. I can't force you to stay, but it's only fair that we continue this process. If you decide to leave, it's on you. But I appreciate you for staying and sticking and staying with me and just having a decent conversation. Sometimes we got to get involved with these things, right? I think we had a lot to say. I think we got a lot said. And the worst case scenario, guys, I can't do those kind of hours. And I don't know how you guys managed to do it. I commend you for being able to do anything like that. Guys, a few people online. Where should we go? We got Trib's Vlogs. We got ANI Empire, Damilola, Uniquely Maya. Is there anybody else, guys, that we've not gone to before that might be unique? Is Misha on? Is anybody else on? Is anybody running live, guys, that we want to run to? Can you guys give me a suggestion? Chavez, welcome in. You're a bit late, but it's all good. Big up yourself, Marcia. We're looking for somewhere to go, Marcia. Actually, you should have been on here earlier because you're a person that likes to travel a lot too. We would have loved to hear something from you as well. Yes, there it is, Ninja. All right, so Let's Talk TV. You're connected. There it is right there. Anybody can click that link and check out Let's Talk TV and see what she's about, see what kind of products she has on her channel. Latasha, feel free to type in Ninja in the chat. Get your channel posted as well. Guys, is there anybody that I can send you guys off to? Anybody at all that you'd prefer? That's actually live. It's hard to tell if anybody's live here. Do I send you on a blind raid? Do I send you guys on a blind raid and see what happens? So see if Goga ends up on a crash. If Goga is still in here, is he ready to? It's okay. Send me to bed. You guys don't have to stay, but I would still like to send off the raid regardless. Let's talk. I'll be over to connect right. Wait for a lot. Who's that? Let's talk. You guys don't have to stay. I understand. Everybody's tired, but it's the process of doing the raid. Sometimes we just have to follow through, regardless of the outcome. Let's talk. Is that somebody? Is that what it's called, Simone? Let's talk. Is that the actual name? Because I don't see it. I see a bunch of different Let's Talks. When you guys use this raid thing, does it pull people from your direct list, or is it just people that's naturally live on live? I'm tired, but those pull my locks to come to see Reds. Don't worry. Thank you very much, guys. I appreciate it. I know Night All you're gonna stay, but at the end of the day, is I still gotta send the raid off. I know you guys are waiting for me to crash the plane, aren't you? Simone, give me an answer. Where are we going? Or I'm just gonna send you guys to somewhere random. You want to end up random somewhere? Toronto, big up yourself. Welcome in. On the phone, on the computer, it's just a list. On the phone, it's everyone. Okay, I've always wondered that because you would think it'd be better if it's somebody that you're subscribed to, you'd see their channel before you see anybody else's. So. Anna Boo, let's see. I always wonder what it is. Is it because they're connected to you, or is it just a random whoever's live is live? Anna Boo, and you're sure she's live, guys? Because I see her here. It says live, but is she actually live? Oh, because I just want to make sure. I want to find some. I don't want to, because I can't check it special. I need somebody to check to make sure, because I have some people in here that are waiting for this plane to go down in flames. Okay, Lash Beat, come ready with me. Anna Boo, Lash Meat. Is that where we're going, guys? Okay. If anything happens, guys, I blame Fluffy Diva. I blame Fluffy Diva 100%. You guys can take notes. All right, please take notes. If anything happens, it's Fluffy Diva's fault. Okay, guys. I blame Fluffy Diva. Can we type Ninja Raid in the chat, guys? Can we type Ninja Raid in the chat, all one word? Can we type Ninja Raid in the chat, guys? All one word. Let's go. Let's go. If he crashes, I have nothing to do with it. I blame Fluffy, okay? Take care, guys.